Hi everybody, just wanted to do a little talk on our craft together again today. This Sunday is the family service, so we'll be doing a short craft, a much shorter version of the craft we normally do in Forest Church. And I'll be talking about people's feelings, how they are, and how sometimes we don't show our true feelings. Sometimes we are sad, but we pretend to be happy. Sometimes we are angry, but pretend to be happy. Sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are tearful, and we don't always show our true feelings to each other. And I think Jesus wants us to be honest with each other. Jesus came to the earth at Christmas as a baby and revealed himself to the world. And we learn about Jesus through what he did at the time in this world with his actions and the way he spoke to us and the things he told us to do, about how he wants us to live. And one of those things is about being honest with each other and showing our true feelings, because if we hide our feelings, sometimes it doesn't work out well for us and it doesn't work out well for others. So we're going to make a mask out of a paper plate, something we've done lots of times before. And I want to think about masks in terms of the emotions. So happy and sad faces, maybe angry faces, maybe tearful faces. You may think of something else that you could say on that. And so we're going to make that in the form of maybe a bit like an emoji, the sort of things you see on the computers all the time, where people use them instead of words to show how they're feeling about somebody's comments or about them. But again, sometimes we use them wrongly, don't we? We say that we're happy when we're not happy. We say that we are sad when we're actually happy. Sometimes we're angry, but we don't want to show people we're angry. So we're going to think about that. So think about the sorts of emotions. You might want to make more than one face. I'm going to make a happy face today because that's me. And first you might want to do is to put the eyes in. If you fold your paper plate in half without making a big crease, that just shows you the center of the plate. And of course your eyes, if you look at them, are on the center of your face. They're slightly above, with your nose in the middle. You maybe look at somebody else's face and just see that. So that's your center line. So the eyes would be slightly up above that, wouldn't they, with the nose in the middle. And if you turn it that way as well and make another crease, you get the center of the face there. So you've got a sort of a cross now of creases, haven't you? The nose, of course, would fall in the center bit and you have an eye either side. So that gives you a rough idea of where to put them. And I think the easiest thing to do for me to mark them out is just to make a little cross either side, which you can use to cut your first slit. And then if it's not too big, you can always adjust where the eyes are later instead of cutting a big hole straight away. So I'll take my green pen and I'll look at the plate where it is, and I'll put my two crosses in, and then I'll cut the slits out small to start with. The easiest way I find to do that is just again to fold over where those two crosses are, and then take your scissors and you can easily then make one cut to start your eyes off. Okay, and then if you cut the eye holes out fairly small to begin with, you can always make adjustments, but if you cut a small hole out to start with, that just tells you if the eyes are roughly in the right place for you to be able to see enough of your mask once it's done. So I'm just cutting around those green crosses I made a small hole, which will tell me if my eyes are in the right place for me. And of course yours will be slightly different. You might want mum or dad to help with that. Now I can see that my eyes are more or less in the right place. I can look through my mask and see the camera in front of me, so I can make those slightly bigger. And of course your eyes aren't round, they're more sort of oval, aren't they? If you look at somebody else's eyes around you or look at yourself in the mirror, you'll be able to see what shape your eyes are. Okay. And then once we've done that, we're going to colour the background of the plate. As I said, I'm going to do now I'm just going to make them that size for a minute because I can always make them bigger later, can't I? Okay. Now, if it's like an emoji, We don't need to cut the mouth out at the moment, because actually we're going to draw the mouth on, because we want to, the mouth is quite a giveaway of how people are feeling. If you're happy, it's up, isn't it? If you slow it down. And so it's quite a giveaway, the mouth. So we're going to draw that on rather than open it up. You might want to make a hole for your mouth later on, but I'm not going to do it this time. So I'm going to take my red colour, because I really like red. And I'm just going to do this very quickly, but I hope you will take a bit more time than me. But this is to show you really what I mean in terms of making these individual masks. And I'm just going to colour that centre section of the plate. Let me see what I'm doing there. As I said, I'm doing this very quickly to show you what I mean in terms of masks. You might want to do a different colour completely, of course. You might want to do rainbow colours, who knows? Often the emojis you see on the computer are yellow, aren't they? But they do have different colours now, lots more different colours. And the colours themselves can be a giveaway for how the mood of the person is. So if I've got a red face, what sort of emotions could that portray, I wonder? Red, of course, might be angry, but sometimes somebody says you've got a red face, they mean you're embarrassed. It means you've been doing something that you're embarrassed about. Maybe you did something wrong. So there we are. I've got my red face. Okay, that's because I like the colour red. I'm not actually angry. I'm not actually embarrassed either. And then the mouth, as I said, is often the thing that portrays whether somebody is happy or sad. So if you're happy, it tends to be turned up at the edges. If it's sad, it tends to be turned down at the edges. Okay, so decide which one you're going to do, and you might want to make several different emotions, but I'm going to be a happy person today because I like being happy. So of course I do my happy mouth. All right, and the other thing that's a bit of a giveaway is your eyebrows. I'll just pull my hair up there. Your eyebrows here. Now, if they're up high, it tends to look as if you're happy, but if you've got knitted eyebrows, people will think you're sad, or maybe you're angry and cross. So I'm happy today on mine, so I'm going to do my eyebrows up high above my eyes like that, and it just emphasizes the happy face that I feel like it portrays me at the moment. All right, you might want to add a bit to the mouth. That's up to you to make a bigger full lips. I'm doing green, but obviously you can choose your colors. Okay, and that's my happy face. And see how you get on making your faces, what colors you can do, and how many different sorts of emotions you can see in your faces to portray how you are. So you might feel happy here and put on your face, and the face looks sad. You might feel sad, and I put on my face, even though I've got a sad face behind it, it makes it look as if I'm happy, doesn't it? And that's really what I wanted to talk about today. As I said at the beginning, sometimes people show that they're happy when they're sad. Sometimes people say they're okay, but they're angry. And it's really important, Jesus tells us, to actually be honest and truthful with each other, because sometimes we need to know how each other are feeling so that we can act accordingly to each other, that we can treat each other accordingly. So if somebody's happy or sad, they want reassurance. They want us, difficult at the moment, to have a hug or something. But if they're angry, maybe you need to talk about something. But if they're not showing your anger, or you're not showing your happiness or sadness, it's difficult for people to gauge how they should be treating you, how to be talking to you. Maybe you're trying to hide something that you're sad about by putting on a happy face, when really you need to have your sad face on so people can help you. So just think about that as you're making your mask today. I hope you will make some, take some pictures and send them off on the WhatsApp as usual. I'd love to see them. If you make some before Sunday, I could show some on our family service, which is online. And if you get a chance, come along to that family service as well. It'd be lovely to see you. Otherwise, we'll see you next time online, maybe at Forest Church. Bye for now. Bye-bye.